just got your plates. We are, however, going to continue with the program. Gostaria agora de fazer a apresentação do Comitê Executivo da Fundação Portuguesa de Educação do Centro de Califórnia. The introduction of the Executive Committee members are as follows. Edwina Azevedo, President. Dr. Alicia Pratt, Vice President. Dr. Elmano Costa, Secretário da Língua Portuguesa. Michelle Machado, English Secretary. Eileen Faria, Treasurer. Directors for the Foundation. Diretores da Fundação são os seguintes: Manuel Lima, Alberto Nunes, Isabel Cabral Johnson, John Tsai, Maria Hortense Silveira, Emília Simões, Luís Oliveira. I see some of you standing and some of you aren't. Paul Swash. We also have present this evening some members from Congress and from our state electorate. I would like to recognize these individuals if they would please stand as your names are introduced. Dominic Farina, representing Congressman Jim Costa. Eddie Mendoza, representing Congressman Jeff Denham. Adam Gray, State Assemblyman. Patricia O'Brien, representing Tom Berryhill, State Senator. Joe Vallis, representing Kathleen Galgiani, State Senator. Russell Fowler, representing Heath Flora, State Assemblyman. Scott Kakindle, candidate Stanislaus County Superintendent of Schools, and his wife, Allison. Unable to attend this evening, but they did forward certificates for our scholarship recipients. State Senator Anthony Canella, Vito Sheza, Stanislaus County Board of Supervisors. I would like to now introduce presidents, representatives of the organizations and societies that help and contribute to this evening by their donations to support the scholarship program. Gostaria agora de fazer a introdução, representantes das nossas festas, sociedades e das sociedades fraternidades, que o seu apoio é muito apreciado para as bolsas de estudo. Festa de Nossa Senhora, if you would please stand. Festa de Nossa Senhora da Assunção, Elvis and Maria Dias, President. Casa dos Açores, Incorporated, José Placido e a esposa Bernadette, Presidents. Buhack Pentecost Association, Michael Cabral and wife Cynthia, Presidents. Festa do Senhor Santo Cristo de Buhack, Robert Carvalho and his wife Liz, Presidents. Nossa Senhora do Rosário, Hilmar, José e Iria Martins, Presidents. Crow's Landing Pentecost Association. Chris Silvera, his wife Emily, presidents. Escola de Língua Portuguesa Jorge da Sena, professor Carlos Rocha, sua esposa Tina. Festa do Espírito Santo, Patterson, Elizabeth Machado, treasurer. Christine, Pentecost Association, Dennis and Melissa Miguel, presidents. Festa de Nossa Senhora dos Milhares, Louis Nunes, president. Modesto, Portuguese Pentecost Association, Lauren Ponte, his wife Melissa. Lauren Ponte, second vice president, his wife Melissa. Sociedade Nossa Senhora de Fátima Turlock, Mary Lou Costa, president. Livingston Pentecost Club, Julie Souza. Festa do Espírito Santo, Oakdale, Nick John, his wife Leslie, marshals. Portuguese American Leadership Council of the United States, John Bento, past president and director. Portuguese Fraternal Society of America, Marie Kelly Varedo, Secretary of the Board of Directors and past Supreme President. Johnny Varedo, past Supreme President. Luso-American Foundation, Judy Valim Mutini, representing the Foundation and Luso-American Fraternal as president. Luso-American Fraternal, Manuel A. Vieira, chairman. 20s, 30s, Michael Teixeira, associates president, his wife Annalise. Luso-American Financial, Linda M. Vieira, board chairman, and husband Patrick. Luso-American Financial, Joe M. Machado, director. Cabrillo Club, Manuel Drummond, president, his wife Celeste. Academica Soccer Club, Simon Betancourt. Grupo Frequados Amadores Luso-Americanos, Michael Lopes, captain. Please give a big round of applause. Without these organizations, we could not have a successful evening as this evening, nor we could possibly provide the assistance that these students receive. We also have in our presence this evening representatives from various local school districts and the professor from the Portuguese program instructor at CSU, Renato Alvim. Isabel Cabral Johnson, superintendent, Hillmar Unified School District. Representing the Turlock School Board are the following. Board member Frank Lima, his wife Sarah. Board member Mark Walker. Dana Salge Trevathan, superintendent, with her guest Kevin. Marie Russell, Chief Communication Coordinator. We also have from the Turlock School District the following principals. Robert Ruiz, Turlock Junior High. Tammy Truex, Cunningham Elementary School. Scott Lucas, Dutcher Middle School, wife Tara. Gabe Ontiveros, Turlock High School. We have teachers from the Portuguese program, Laura Mann, Turlock High School, her husband Ed. Joe Souza, Portuguese program at Turlock High School. We have also Sherry Fraga, who's the administrative assistant with her husband, Mark. Representing Modesto City Schools, President of the Board and candidate for Congress, Sue Silva Zweilen, and her husband, Dr. Lynn Zweilen. We also have present our members of the media, members of the Comunicação Social. José Avila, publisher, Tribuna Portuguesa. Elder De Souza, owner and director of LUSOMedia, who is providing the video and the sound for this evening. He will also be hosting a gala next Saturday, November 25th. Pete Rebelo, LUSOMedia, with wife Laura Maria. Now we're getting near the component that we're all waiting for, and that's the introduction of our scholarship recipients. This year, we have 55. Since its inception in 1992, the Portuguese Education Foundation of Central California has offered $325,047 to 794 recipients. The committee for the selection of these scholarship recipients are Professor Carlos Rocha, Carmina Pacheco, and Professora Mary Salvador. Hopefully you've all been enjoying the presentation of the visuals of our students up in front or on the stage area. Before I begin with the instructions of that component, we are going to have two individuals. There is a raffle, as was announced. The grand prize are tickets from SATA. They will be going around and selling those raffle tickets as we're beginning this component. Thank you. These are the two individuals right here, so look for them. Now, before I begin this list, I'd like to acknowledge, in addition to certificates that each of these students will receive from the various offices that I have already introduced or described, they will also be receiving, as a donation from the Portuguese Heritage Publications of California, they will each be getting one of these also. So we want to acknowledge that that donation. Also want to acknowledge they could not be present. However, a private donation was sent from Lucia Noya. So we want to acknowledge that. I'm going to ask the students or their delegates If the student was not present, hopefully they have delegated someone to come forward. I will be calling your name. If you would please come forward, receive your certificates, and then remain over in that area where the seats are located for a group photo. If we could please have 4 board members come forward to help with certificate distribution. Will the following students or their delegates please come forward as I call your names? Meg Abdallah, UC Berkeley, Business. Christian Alves, Stanislaus State, Biology of Molecular Science. Andrea Avila, Modesto Junior College, Crop and Soil Science. Monica Avila, St. Mary's College, Global Science. Ashley Azevedo, Merced Community College, Liberal Studies with a concentration in Child Development. Danilo Azevedo Cabral, Merced Community College, Anthropology with an emphasis in Archaeology. Delmar Azevedo Cabral, UC Berkeley, Chemistry. Melanie Berthon, Stanislaus State, Liberal Studies with a concentration in Mathematics. Lawrence Borba, Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, Agricultural Business. Lenora Borges, Stanislaus State, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Melissa Brazil, Fresno State, Speech and Language Pathology. Rachel Coelho, Fresno State, Agricultural Communications. Nicholas Coleman, UC San Francisco School of Medicine, medical student, 3rd year. Justine Costa, Fresno State, Liberal Studies. Paulo Costa, University of Nebraska Lincoln, PhD in Physics. Shelby Costa, Stanislaus State, Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and Psychology minor. Madison DeRosa, Stanislaus State, Liberal Studies with a concentration in Child Development. Courtney Estacio, Modesto Junior College, Business Administration. Gabriela German, Stanislaus State, Communication Studies. Kyle Jesus, Stanislaus State, Music Education. Michaela Lee, Modesto Junior College, Liberal Arts. Elena Machado, UC San Diego, Chemical Engineering. Kira Machado, Fresno State, History. Nicholas Machado, Modesto Junior College, Dairy Science. Allison Meinberg, Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, Mathematics. Nicholas Mann, University of California, Irvine, Biomedical Engineering. Blake Martin, Fresno State, Kinesiology. Michael Mattis Jr., UC Davis, Global Disease Biology. Devin Medeiros, Sacramento State University, Criminal Justice. We'll give them a moment. Julian Mello, University of Oregon, Dance. Mason Miguel, University of Pacific, Bachelor of Bioengineering and Master in Mechanical Engineering. Jonathan Moles, Modesto Junior College, Agricultural Science, Animal Science, and Soil Science. Mackenzie Neves, CSU, Sacramento, Communications Public Relations. Derek Nunes, Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, Dairy Science. Morgan Nunes, St. Mary's, College of California, business major, music minor. Taylor Nunes, Stanislaus State, currently studying abroad at Western Sydney University, Australia. Kinesiology, exercise science.
I'm here for Taylor and Morgan. Do I need to stand in line?
Yeah. Braden Nunley, Vanguard, University of Southern California, Business Administration. Corina Fedreru, Stanislaus State, Liberal Sciences. David Phillips, University of Notre Dame, International Economics. Fastu Pinedo, Modesto Junior College, Construction Management. Jonathan Porter, Fresno State, Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Education, Teacher Preparation, Animal Science Specialization. Samantha Ramos, Stanislaus State, Liberal Studies with a concentration in Child Development. Jasmine Rocha, Fresno State, Liberal Studies. Sarah Rodriguez, San Jose State University, Masters in Sociology. Danielle Santos, Modesto Junior College, Business. Veronica Santos, Stanislaus State, Mathematics. Jadine Silva, Merced Community College, Crop Science. Kylie Silva, Colorado State University, Agricultural Business. Megan Silva, Stanislaus State, Business Administration. Marissa Source, Stanislaus State, Kinesiology. Brenda Tapia, College of the Sequoia, Social Work. Justin Turan, University of Nevada, Reno, Marketing. Adriana Tosti, Modesto Junior College, Ag Business. Daniele Tosti, Georgetown University, Human Science. Carlos Xavier Jr., Fresno State, Computer Science. While they're going through the line, let's give them all a round of applause. Thinking back to when this foundation was first founded, there were just a few majors that were announced. Now you can see the wide range that our students are applying for and becoming successful in those varied fields. They are to be commended.
I held it up.
Thank you. While pictures are being taken, let's take this opportunity to once again wish them success by a very big round of applause.
So we still have to, the speakers have to change? Really?
Okay. As stated before, without the presence of the organizations and the support of the fraternal societies, we could not, as a foundation, be successful in giving the number of scholarships that we did to the students like today. Sem o apoio das sociedades e das festas, esta fundação não podia ter o sucesso que tem agora para dar boca de estudos, como os senhores hoje pediram. Eu agora gostaria de convidar os presidentes ou representantes das organizações para vir cá para dar os seus donativos. I would now invite to come forward those representatives of fraternal organizations and festa societies and associations to come forward to give their donations. Our president will gladly accept.
Gladly. Already did. Okay, thank you. I'll stand over here, right? Because they need to come up and take the list.
Boa noite, o meu nome é Carlos Rocha, estou com a mesa diretiva da Escola Jorge da Sena. Good evening, my name is Carlos Rocha, I'm with George da Sena School, and in the name of the students who meet here in these classrooms every Monday who are learning Portuguese, 105 students, and the teachers of school Jorge da Sena, we'd like to give this donation to the Portuguese Education Foundation of Central California.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of LUSOmerican Financial, I would like to present this small donation in the amount of $500 to the Portuguese Education Foundation of the Central Valley. Muito obrigada e parabéns.
Boa noite. Estou extremamente orgulhoso por ter sido escolhido pelos meus colegas da Casa dos Açores para trazer esta pequena lembrança para esta organização que tanto tem feito pela língua portuguesa. Em nome do Presidente José Plácido, tenho para vós esta pequena lembrança. Boa noite.
On behalf of Our Lady of Assumption Parish, we'd like to give this donation of $1,000. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Carvalho. I'm the president for Sun Creek Fashion in Buhack, and I'd like to give a donation.
Boa tarde, ou boa noite. Sou a presidente Mary Lou Costa, presidente da festa de Nossa Senhora de Fátima de Turlock, da Igreja Sagrado Coração de Jesus em Turlock. Querem dar à senhora presidente o nosso donation. Obrigada.
Deixa estar.
On behalf of the Livingston Pentecost Club, I'd like to give our donation to the Portuguese Education Foundation. Thank you.
On behalf of Buhack Pentecost, I'd like to give a donation. Thank you.
On behalf of Academica Soccer Club, I'd like to give our donation to the Portuguese Education Foundation.
Os focados amadores luso-americanos querem oferecer esse donativo para a organização, para tudo que eles fazem para os nossos estudantes portugueses.
Hello, my name is Dennis McGill, and on behalf of the Augustine Pentecost Society, I would like to present this donation. Hello, my name is Lauren Pontes, second VP from Modesto Portuguese Pentecost Association. I'd like to make this donation.
I'm Johnny Morris, past president. This is Louis Nunes, the current president, and on Our Lady Miracle's behalf, this is our donation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emily Silvera from Crosslani Pentecost and would like to give this donation.
Boa tarde, Marie Kelly from the BFSA, I'm the secretary. Eu quero dar os parabéns à organização pelo bom trabalho que tem feito para estes estudantes todos. Quero dar um pequeno donativo. Muito obrigada.
My name is Elizabeth Machado. I'm the treasurer for Patterson FDES, and this is a donation for the foundation.
Good evening. For the few of you that don't know me, I'm Manuel Drummond, holder here from Turlock. Hey, welcome. Just take one quick second. Father Souza will testify that. I taught him everything he knows in high school. Right, Father Souza? I translated for him when he came to this country, and he's thanked me ever since. Quit thanking me, Father Souza. It's good. It's all good. Anyway, this is a great opportunity, the Education Foundation. I'm representing the Cabrillo Civic Clubs of California. Cabrillo Civic Clubs of California, we do scholarships. But I'm representing the Helmar Club number 30, and we're supporting this organization because we believe in scholarships. Our Cabrillo Clubs of California annually give about 140 plus $500 scholarships to Portuguese students of descent of Portuguese, and we're very proud of that. And our local club is very proud of what you guys do, and we want to give a donation. Thank you.
Ora, boa noite a todos, bem-vindos. Também, em nome de Nossa Senhora da Rosário, que fui presidente este ano, estou aqui esta noite para dar uma donation à Fundação e muitos parabéns. Obrigado.
I'd like to say thank you to all the organizations who have supported us. Sem o vosso apoio não podíamos fazer aquilo que fazemos todos os dias e os alunos agradecem-vos também. Obrigada.
Gostaria agora de chamar para o palco. Vamos dar o ânimo às pessoas em vários various categories. We've always given some distinctive awards. And today to present o aluno do ano, Professora Albertina Costa.
Okay. Boa noite. Foundation members, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's Student of the Year is the first member of her immediate family to receive a college degree. She was accepted into a very competitive nursing program at California State University Stanislaus, for which many students wait years to be admitted. She graduated in December of 2016 with a Bachelor of Science and received her California nursing license in February of 2017. Currently, she is a registered nurse at Doctors Medical Center in Modesto in both the surgical and cardiovascular intensive care units. Nasceu e foi criada em Turlock, de pais que emigraram da Terceira. Ela e o seu irmão são luso-americanos da primeira geração. Foi criada a falar a língua dos pais e logo emergiu-se na cultura portuguesa. Hoje, reconhece que foi esta imersão infantil que formou a sua identificação como luso-americana. Foi matriculada na Escola Jorge de Sena e estudou português na Escola Secundária de Turlock, onde serviu como presidente dos 2 anos do Clube Português. Cantou e bailou como o grupo Maro Alto por vários anos. At an early age, she became aware that her beautiful singing voice was, as she puts it, a gift from God, with which she decided to serve the church and the community. She began singing in the church choir at the age of 7. At the age of 10, she was the mestra of her dança de carnaval, and she continues to this day to be part of the music ministry at the Life Teen Mass. Over the years, tonight's recipient has sung in many choirs and quartets at various community and cultural events. A nossa estudante do ano tem servido a comunidade em muitos outros aspectos, incluindo servindo em clínicas de vacinas de gripe e no Salvation Army. Enquanto estava matriculada no curso de enfermagem, foi eleita para o cargo de responsável nacional das equipas jovens da Nossa Senhora, um movimento católico para jovens que já acabaram a escola secundária. Neste cargo, viajou por todo o país para dar a conhecer este movimento. While serving as this national responsible for the young adult teams of Our Lady, she traveled across the nation promoting and spreading this movement to many states while still achieving the honor of being on the Dean's list for academic excellence. For many years, our honoree and her young adult secretariat team members have planned and hosted the events at the annual Festa de São João. Tonight's honoree clearly understands that exposure to a foreign language and culture can help one to be more culturally sensitive to people's needs. In her profession of nursing, our honoree has had many opportunities to use her Portuguese language and her culture to make a special connection with her patients. She shared with me a very touching story about how she was assigned for many weeks to an elderly ICU patient who only spoke Portuguese. During these weeks, The elderly woman became so attached to our recipient, she called her my guardian angel, o meu anjo de guarda. It is with enormous pleasure that I present to you our 2017 Foundation Student of the Year, Miss Melanie Oliveira.
Thank you and good evening. I am very humbled to be here today to receive this Student of the Year award. I would like to thank the PEFCC for this great honor and for this lovely evening. The Portuguese culture has played a central role in my life, and I am truly proud to be a part of this community that works so hard to keep our rich traditions alive throughout the generations. From being involved in the culture since a young girl, to receiving the PEFCC scholarships as a student, and now receiving this award as a recent graduate, I am so grateful for the support that I have received from this community throughout my life. Once again, I would like to recognize and thank the PEFCC for being the sense of support to many Portuguese Americans such as myself. As a proud Portuguese descendant, I too hope and plan to be a part of the continuation and growth of our culture for future generations to come. Obrigada e boa noite.
For our next award, I would like to call to the podium Diana Demont.
Boa tarde, senhores e senhoras. É senhoras, não é? Meio antes dos homens. Então, boa noite, senhoras e senhores. Sou a Diana de Matos e sou uma professora no Hillmar High School de Negócios. Eu vou apresentar o senhor Dr. Steven Gomes. E estava para dizer tudo em português também, só que a gente vinha estar aqui toda a noite, por causa que este homem tem feito muita coisa boa a todos. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am here tonight to present an award to Dr. Steven Gomes. I was going to translate everything in Portuguese, however, we'd be here all night because he's done so many good things for others. Dr. Gomes is a lifelong resident of Merced County. He grew up on a family dairy and attended Merced College and California State University, Fresno, earning a bachelor's science degree in general agriculture. He earned a Master's of Arts degree from California State University, Long Beach, in vocational education and graduated with a doctorate in educational leadership from California State University, Stanislaus in 2011. Gomes is also a graduate of the prestigious California Agricultural Leadership Program. Dr. Gomes began his career in education as an agriculture teacher at Merced High School. He has taught shop, business, leadership, and science classes. Dr. Gomes coached a national FFA champion dairy cattle judging team and a national champion in the FFA prepared public speaking contest. In 1977, he was recognized as the nation's outstanding young agriculture teacher. Dr. Gomes served as an agriculture teacher for 24 years. In 1996, he was appointed as vice principal at Golden Valley High School and served in that capacity for 5 years. In 2011, he was hired as the Hillmar High School principal. Then in 2006, was appointed the Planada Elementary School superintendent. He is credited with changing schools and district cultures and raising students' academic achievement in both positions. In June of 2010, Dr. Gomes was elected to the position of Superintendent of Merced County Schools and re-elected in June of 2014 for the second term. As the County Superintendent of Schools, he oversaw a $93 million budget, more than 1,300 employees, approved the budget for 20 school districts in the county, guaranteeing to the state that each was physically sound, and served as the trust advisor for the Virginia and Cyril Smith Trust. The scope of Merced County Office of Education includes administering the Virginia Smith Trust and helping Merced County's 20 schools districts serve more than 57,000 K through 12 students of all abilities through assistance with curriculum and instruction, career and alternative education, business services, technology, early education, special education, teacher credentialing, and numbers of other activities. He retired in January 1st, 2017. Capping 44 years of service to the students in Merced County, and has been volunteering to help Merced County Education Foundation in program development, raising $50,000 this past year for various student activities. Wow. Dr. Gomes and Victoria have been married for 45 years. They have 2 grown children, Nick and Melissa. They have 2 grandchildren, Charlotte and Augustus, and consider Diana DeMattos, me, a daughter, and her children, AJ and Will, their grandchildren as well. Dr. Gomes served as a board member for the Merced County Head Start Board of One, Workforce Investment, Greater Yosemite Council of Boy Scout of America, Mobilization Team, Catholic Charities, and Merced Rotary Club. What can I tell you? This list goes on and on. It is with great pleasure that I present to you Dr. Stephen Gomes.
That makes me tired listening to that. Yeah, I was tired before I retired. Well, I want to begin by thanking Diana for those kind words and of introduction, and sincerely would like to thank the Portuguese Education Foundation of Central California for this honor and recognition. I'm very proud of my Portuguese heritage, and I know when Portuguese meet each other, at least here a lot of times in the Valley, you meet a Portuguese person, and what's the first thing they ask? And the first thing they ask is, I have to get to know you a little bit. What island you from? Right? Okay, I'm going to tell you because you're all wondering that. You're just polite not to ask. My mother's parents, my grandparents, were both from San Miguel. They didn't. Okay. And my dad's father was Fial in St. George, and my paternal grandmother was from St. George, North Grund. So So that's my Portuguese heritage, and I'm very proud of it. And my wife and I, Victoria, auction off a authentic Portuguese dinner. It has sold in the past. Our assembly member, Adam Gray, is here, and he's purchased it. He's over there. And but he's purchased it and other as well. And we donated for charity, and it sold for $2,200. And you think, wow, you just eat linguiça and the called verde, the patient with muy cru, and quail in a cebolas in I don't know what Portuguese is for mushrooms. My Portuguese isn't very good. Cucumelos. Okay. Baboon. And but all of those things, one of the things that I do want to tell you is that I have spent a lifetime and a career in education, in the classroom, and as a school administrator. But I first of all, I have to say that it would not at all been possible had I not had a very understanding wife and a very understanding family in Victoria. Thank you, honey, for all that you've done. And I know I would not have won the election without her. And so I also know that I have my son Nick here, and Nick, wave your hand. There you go. And they all have given up time away from me so that I could devote that to my career. It's I've been fortunate because I've never felt like I've had a job. And for 45 years, 44 and a half, but for 44 years, I went to school, or I went to the district or the county, and I did what I thought was making a difference for kids in our county. I was raised in Merced County. I benefited from public schools. I was the first one to graduate from college in my family. Of course, the only one to have a master's degree and a doctorate, and I'm very proud of that. But again, I never forget my Portuguese heritage. And yes, I was a dairy kid. I was on a family dairy, and this is when it was really family dairy. My dad and uncle were partners. They did all the milking. My cousin and I did all of the outside chores. So for the first 18 years of my life, I thought that besides having church shoes, the only other shoes I had were black rubber boots. How many people have worn black rubber boots? Raise your hand. Yeah, okay. So, and when I decided to go to college, and actually there was no decision because my dad sold a dairy. So my freshman year, I said, man, I got to get really serious because I got to go find a job now, for sure. But I want to congratulate, in closing, I just want to congratulate all of the scholarship winners. Where you're going to school and what you're doing sounds very impressive. I hope they gave you a lot of money because it costs a lot of money to go. But it's just so impressive to hear all of the students, especially those, since they're of Portuguese descent, as we know, and going to school and becoming successful in our communities, not only here in the Valley, but throughout the United States and the world, probably. And again, I want to thank the Portuguese Education Foundation of Central California for this honor, and thank you for listening to me. Obrigado.
Our next presenter, I would like to call Michelle Machado to do the presentation.
Senhora Presidenta da Fundação Portuguesa de Educação do Centro da Califórnia, honrados convidados, senhores e senhoras, é com grande prazer que apresento o condecorado como cidadão do ano desta fundação para o ano de 2017. Every year, the Portuguese Education Foundation of Central California honors a Citizen of the Year. It is very rarely and with sadness that we honor a citizen posthumously. This is one of those years. Michael Souza tragically left us this past summer at the age of 24. He lived and embraced the Portuguese culture from a very young age. He was most well known for his work in the Portuguese folklore and carnaval community. O Michael Souza, que tragicamente faleceu este ano, será honrado como cidadão do ano por esta Fundação de Educação. Nos 24 anos que ele viveu, mostrou-nos a sua dedicação e esforço pela arte da atuação cultural, tanto como membro de um grupo folclórico de carnaval. For many years, Michael was a co-director of the local group Mar Bravo da Casa dos Açores. He enjoyed dancing and teaching new dance moves that were very symbolic to the folklore tradition. His energy and dedication was evident as it motivated the group members to learn and perform at their best abilities. Além de dirigir e dançar folclore, ele também tinha muito gosto em ser membro das tradicionais danças do carnaval. O seu entusiasmo, talento e jeito de dançar, mais de uma vez, motivava todos a aperfeiçoarem os seus passos ao tom da música. Michael also spread his love of folklore dancing by teaching the students of George de Sena Portuguese School. He spent many class sessions and hours showing the students how to move to the music and practicing the steps of not only the chavarrita, but other dances as well. O Michael ensinou, muitas vezes, como voluntário, bailes aos alunos da Escola Portuguesa Jorge de Sena. E quando convidado para atuar como grupo folclórico em qualquer evento escolar ou comunitário, ele, sem hesitar, aceitava o convite e o seu grupo de trajos tradicionais e com os pés levinhos e passos bem certinhos, abrilhantavam o evento. Everyone who knew Michael personally knew the joy he brought to us as he lit up the room with his smile and his bright eyes. He always greeted everyone with a hug, a handshake, or the acknowledgement smile. He was one big-hearted person whose absence is felt among many. We can only imagine how much more Michael would have done for the Portuguese culture and community if his life had not been cut short. A vida de Michael foi curta, mas na sua passagem breve por este mundo, ele impressionou-nos com o seu talento, motivação, dedicação e amor pelas tradições e cultura portuguesa. O seu dom de dançar e partilhar com todos não mais será esquecido por aqueles que aprenderam com ele. May his legacy be such that inspires many to follow his love and dedication to the Portuguese traditions and culture. May his soul rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, senhores e senhoras, the PEFCC Citizen of the Year being awarded posthumously is Michael Souza. And to receive this award in honor of Michael Souza is Julio Brazil.
Muito boa noite. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Julio Brazil. Although I am not family, I'm not blood related to Michael, we shared a bond that was just as close, in my opinion. So overall, I've known Michael for 15 out of his 24 years that were short-lived. Michael was ambitious, motivated, and passionate about everything he did. As already mentioned, Michael was a big part of the Portuguese community. Michael was involved in many of our Portuguese entertainment organizations, for example, teaching the kids how to dance at George's Cena. Michael was a director, also assisted me in teaching dances for our Grupo Folclórico Mar Bravo, Casa dos Açores out of Hilmar. Michael danced in Luso from Modesto for several years. He was also involved in Carnaval. He danced, acted, sang. He even started his own Carnaval group that he named Folklore em Carnaval. That was also based out of Casa dos Açores. Michael, in his younger years, was involved in comedias. Michael, even at his young age, was respected and looked up to by many. Had his life not have been taken, I know his dedication to the Portuguese community would have continued and grown. For that reason, I stand here before you in place of Michael's parents, Antonio and Rosa Souza, per their request, honored to accept this recognition that is being given in Michael's name. Thank you and good evening. Muito obrigado.
For our next award, I'd like to call to the podium Frank Lima.
I have to put on my reading glasses. First time in public. It's very trying. So I have the honor this evening of introducing the entrepreneur or business leader of the year. Since I know that his preferred language is Portuguese, most of my presentation tonight will be in Portuguese, but I will summarize in English at one point. As Mary mentioned, my name is Frank Lima. I'm an attorney here in town, and I've been a member of the Turlock Unified School District Board of Trustees for 16 years. E hoje eu tenho a honra e o prazer de introduzir o comerciante do ano escolhido por esta fundação. Eu creio que o senhor prefere falar em português e, com isso, eu também vou apresentá-lo em português. Que pena para aqueles que só falam inglês. O homem honrado essa noite é o irmão mais novo de 8 filhos. O pai dele morreu quando ele era novo e nunca chegou a conhecer o seu pai. Ele foi criado pela sua mãe, uma tia e os seus irmãos. Ele casou em São Jorge e o casal emigrou para a Califórnia em 1976 com a mala de roupa, uma filha infante. Com a esperança de fazer uma vida melhor para o casal e os seus filhos. Com a ajuda de alguns, e muita coragem e fé em Deus, em 1983, somente 7 anos depois de chegarem a esta terra, ele e a esposa, agora com um casal de crianças, decidiu comprar 57 vacas e começar seu negócio da leitaria. 2 anos depois, o último dos 3 filhos nasceu. Hoje, o senhor, com o trabalho do casal e muitos sacrifícios, altos e baixos na indústria de laticínios, e ajuda e esforço de 2 filhos e filha, com 2 leitarias do seu filho João e um do filho Danny, a família agora tem aproximadamente 5.000 vacas em 6 leitarias. A família emprega mais de 25 trabalhadores permanentes e mais durante a safra. Até hoje, as férias são poucas para o casal, mas com a graça de Deus e a gratidão de ter conseguido esta vida com 3 filhos e agora 8 netos, Este senhor e a sua família têm provavelmente conseguiram mais que podiam sonhar em 1976, com a sua mala de roupa, filho infante, chegando a uma terra nova e estranha. E com a pena para aqueles que vivem na escuridão e só falam inglês, eu vou resumir esta história um pouco em inglês. The Business Leader of the Year being recognized today by the Portuguese Education Foundation came to this country from the Azores Islands in 1976. This individual is the youngest of 8 children. His father died when he was very young. He never knew his father. He was raised by his mother, an aunt, and older brothers and sisters. He and his wife came to this country in 1976, simply with a suitcase and their infant daughter. 7 years later, and now with 2 children, a lot of courage, hope, and faith, the couple in 1983 purchased 57 cows and started their dairy farming business. Today, with the assistance and collaboration of their 2 sons and daughter, and combined with their son John's 2 dairies and their son Danny's dairy, the family operates 6 dairies and milks approximately 5,000 cows. Pretty amazing for a young couple that arrived in this country in 1976, only speaking Portuguese, with simply a suitcase, an infant daughter, and some dreams and aspirations. I'll now close this introduction in Portuguese. Mas servir a sua família e empregar os seus trabalhadores não é bastante para este casal. Este senhor e a sua esposa têm dedicado o bem-estar da nossa comunidade portuguesa e com isso serviram de presidente de Patterson FDS em 1922 e 1923. E quando bastante tempo passou para eles esquecerem o trabalho que a presidência de uma festa dá, o casal, eles outra vez serviram de presidente da festa de Nossa Senhora de Fátima de Sagrado Coração em 2012, 2013 e 2014. É com muita honra e prazer que anuncio o comerciante do ano desta fundação, o João Brasil de Turlock.
Obrigado e parabéns a todos que receberam essas honras este ano. I would at this time call for a few words from the floor. I would like to invite to the podium State Assemblyman Adam Gray.
Well, good evening, everyone. And I am not Portuguese. I know, unfortunately. You know, when I first ran for office after Coelho and Costa and Cardozo, I thought I better change my name if I'm going to get elected around here. I did, like many this evening, grow up in and around the dairy industry. My family ran a little company called Merced Dairy Supplies, so I suppose like some of the students here, I have the Portuguese American community to thank for putting me through college. So thank you for that. It's a real honor to be here and celebrate the work of the foundation, and thank you to all the board members who work so diligently to provide this opportunity for young people in our community. Thank you to all of the attendees and the generous donations that people have made to make this possible as young Portuguese American students doing well for their future and doing well to represent our community and continue the wonderful traditions we have in this part of California. Thank you all for taking the time to join in this celebration to help push these young people out into the world and provide the wonderful opportunities that have been provided to us before. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
E gostaria agora convidar, I would like to invite to the podium Mayor Gary Baptista Sosat.
Thank you. Unlike the Assemblyman, I am Portuguese, and I'm just kidding. No, let's give him, we do owe a huge debt of gratitude before I begin to Assemblyman Gray. There's no one in Sacramento that fights harder for our water, and we need to owe him a round of applause. So thank you so much for all your hard work up there. There has been a big mistake in my introduction, though. I apologize. I hate when this happens, but I'm not really the mayor of Turlock when Manuel Drummond's in the room. So Mayor, please stand up, and everyone give him a round of applause. Thank you so much, Manuel, for letting me borrow that title for the night. Thank you. You know, I went and visited my ava just the other day, and if you've noticed, there's a weird caterpillar growing above my lip because I'm doing the No Shave November for our police forces, right? And she looked at my pathetic mustache and she said, maybe you're not Portuguese after all. I don't think so. So in all seriousness, thank you so much. Congratulations to all the recipients for tonight. You make the entire community, not only the Portuguese community, but the entire community very proud of your efforts. And one of the things I'm doing actually coming up this summer, where's Maria? Where'd she go? Stand up real quick. Stand up. Maria's been talking to me for quite a while, and we are going to be reviving a little bit more of our heritage in Turlock and our connections to our roots, and we're going to start off by bringing back the Sister City program, and we're going to start off in the Azores this coming up August, right? So we're very excited about that. There's a lot more. You clap now, but I'm going to tell you which island, and then half of you are going to throw tomatoes at me. We are starting off with Pico, so that is where she chose it. Blame her. It is my grandfather's side, but to bring this back to Turlock to highlight the strong Portuguese heritage that we have in our city. So thank you so much for having me, and go get them, all you scholars. Thank you.
Eu agora gostaria de convidar o nosso cônsul honorário de Portugal, Denis Borges.
Good evening, boa noite. I think I'm kind of the last, so I'm what stands between here and the door, so I'll be as brief as I can. Thank you to the Foundation for the invite. Yvette and I are proud to be here. We've been here many, many years before, and it is kind of like being with family. I want to, first of all, recognize, obviously, on behalf of Portugal, the presence of the Assemblyman. You cannot be perfect. Not all of us are Portuguese, so, you know, but as long as you like the Portuguese American community, we'll give you a place in Portugal to stay. The mayor, the first Sister City program is with Pico. Have you forgotten there's an island called São Jorge? You may not get re-elected in Turlock. It is, but I'm sure the influence of Maria Ortiz had something to do with Pico. Yeah, you may want to rethink about São Jorge a little bit. Of course, I'd like to recognize all the students for their achievements. It's nice to see, as most of you know, I teach Portuguese. That's what I do for a living. Down the road a little bit, about 2.5 hours from here in Tulare. And so it's nice to see that some of the students from Tulare were also recognized, and I appreciate that on behalf of our school district and on behalf of the work that they're going to be doing in their college and their careers. I would like to also, on behalf of the Consul General of Portugal in San Francisco, who couldn't be here today, but would like to extend the congratulatory note to our president, to my colleague and dear friend Edwina Azevedo, and the board for another successful year. And she will hopefully be here next year. I would also like to congratulate all of the winners for this achievement. And lastly but not least, I'd like to say a few words in Portuguese, so they would take the honorary consul thing away from me, which that could be a plus. But em nome do Estado português, em nome de Portugal, eu queria, obviamente, primeiro agradecer à Fundação pelo convite. É sempre um prazer estar em Turlock. É uma cidade que eu gosto muito, e depois de Tolar, porque senão os meus amigos de Tolar vão me expulsar. Mas tenho bons amigos aqui e esta comunidade, ainda há pouco, perante a Sra. Cônsul-Geral de Portugal em São Francisco, a Dra. Maria João Lopes Cardoso, que manda, portanto, uma nota congratulatória para todos os homenageados e para a Fundação. Ainda há pouco tempo, e na presença do meu caro amigo, o professor Dr. Elmano Costa, em São Francisco, falámos sobre isso. Se há uma comunidade que está em grande crescimento, é de facto esta zona de Turlock. Aliás, eu penso que é todo o Vale de São Joaquim. Já hoje, quando se fala em comunidades portuguesas na Califórnia, já não se fala, com o devido respeito para as pessoas da área da Bahia, já não se fala só na Baía de São Francisco ou em Los Angeles. O Vale de São Joaquim tem o grande poder económico da comunidade portuguesa da Califórnia está no Vale de São Joaquim. Temos um grande número de pessoas ligadas ao ensino, às artes, à cultura, no Vale de São Joaquim, e portanto eu quero acreditar, e acredito veementemente, que parte desse sucesso é pelo trabalho que todos vós fazeis na Fundação, nas dezenas de instituições que aqui estiveram a entregar, portanto, os seus donativos à Fundação, nos alunos que serão o nosso futuro, na presença das entidades políticas e, obviamente, também aqueles que foram reconhecidos esta noite. Terminaria com o que Camões disse há muitos anos: ditosa pátria que tais filhos tais. Muito obrigado, boa noite.
Now, time for the raffle. Edwina?
We have the 3 prizes that are on the ticket. Did you need me for something?
Sure, you can hold it. You can hold it. You can pull it, you can hold it.
Stir it up.
So starting with the 3rd prize?
3rd prize.
Okay.
I think you can announce that for you.
So we'll begin with the 3rd prize. Marie Russell, ticket number 80. Are you good?
This is the 3rd prize. Is that the...
Yes. You did.
Third prize.
You won. So your 3rd prize. This were the wine refrigerator and wine. Okay. 2nd prize is the Sonoma Valley Landmark La Salette Restaurant gift certificate. It's actually a gift packet for Tony Silvera. Ticket number 2311. Here? Yes? Yes or no? Yes? Yeah. Great. So we do have a first prize and then a grand prize. So let's see, for first prize, which is a Dream Limousine packet, 3-hour ride for up to 8 passengers. So you can do whatever you'd like with this for 3 hours, of course. John, I believe it's John, Bento, 2280. They're all coming out of the same area. That was first prize. Now, what you've all been waiting for. This is for the SATA giveaway, ticket to the Azores. Kind of scared. Adrian Silva, 224. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to all the raffle winners. And at this time, I would like to thank everyone who attended this evening, for your continued support, and hope that you have a pleasant evening. Obrigado e desejo continuação. Boa noite. Obrigada por seu apoio hoje. Obrigada. Boa noite.
Lá passou o almoço, lá passou o jantar, vinho a escorregar e muita alegria. Lá passou o almoço, lá passou o jantar, vamos festejar a nossa folia. Trago sempre na lembrança das lapas o seu sabor. Lapa brava, lapa mansa, lapa burro ou o que for. Dá prato de lapinhas, chupar conchas é meu dom. Malaguetas miudinhas, com azeite do que é bom. Lá passou o almoço, lá passou o jantar, vinho a escorregar e muita alegria. Lá passou o almoço, lá passou o jantar, vamos festejar a nossa folia. Deus criou, hei de louvar docemente quem na costa se apanhou. Vou comer lá presente com estes amigos meus. O Afonso a preceito antes de dizer adeus. Lá passou o almoço, lá passou o jantar, vinho escorregar e muita alegria. Lá passou o almoço, lá passou o jantar, vamos festejar a nossa alegria. Passou o jantar, vinho escorregar e muita alegria. Lá passou o almoço, lá passou o jantar, vamos festejar a nossa folia. Mais te quero ao meu lado, este amor cresce com o tempo, é tão bom ser teu amado. Sinto intensa alegria, como é bom viver assim, completas a minha vida, essa felicidade para mim. Mais tudo o que eu tiver, e tenho esperança que o resto do mundo seja assim feliz. Há uma criança dentro de cada um que ensina a ser feliz. Quanto mais nos conhecemos, mais te quero ao meu lado. Este amor cresce com o tempo, é tão bom ser teu amado. Sinto intensa alegria, como é bom viver assim, completas a minha vida, essa felicidade para mim. A vida é linda contigo ao meu lado, é tão fácil viver, e quero ainda dar-te muito mais tudo o que eu tiver, e tenho esperança que o resto do mundo seja assim feliz. Há uma criança dentro de cada um que ensina a ser feliz. A vida é linda contigo ao meu lado, é tão fácil viver, e quero ainda dar-te muito mais tudo que eu tiver, e tenho esperança que o resto do mundo seja assim feliz. Há uma criança dentro de cada um que ensina a ser feliz. dos teus carinhos e beijos da tua boca. Saudades dos teus carinhos e beijos da tua boca. Riquezas não as invejo, só quero a paz do Senhor. Que ao pé de ti sem ter nada, sou rico do teu amor. Riquezas não as invejo, só quero a paz do Senhor. Que ao pé de ti sem ter nada, sou rico do teu amor. Mas não importa a distância, estás sempre aqui ao meu lado. Mas não importa a distância, estás sempre aqui ao meu lado. Serás sempre o meu amor, minha poesia, meu fado. Serás sempre o meu amor, minha poesia, meu fado. Riqueza